Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and possibly good night to you lovely people. My name is RitzyBiscuit, and welcome back to the Dream Machine. Alright, where we last left off, we had a lovely breakfast with our wife on a cardboard box. We told her about our dream. Yes, I'll get you in a second. I'm talking. We told her about our dream, about being on the island and finding the clock, and she kind of hinted at she had a dream about the caretaker, Mr. Morton, and he did something that she wasn't comfortable talking about in the dream. Like, in the dream, he did something to her, and she wasn't comfortable telling us what that thing was. So, that's a little worrying. So, we had to be the ones who called Mr. Morton, and that's who's, ringing the doorbell right now. Oh, we also found a burned up letter in the cigarette, ashtray. And it said check the baseboard or the floorboard underneath the light switch in your bedroom. And we found that board, but we can't get it open because we don't have a crowbar. So let's answer this door. Meet Mr. Morton. Oh, God. Hello again, Mr. Neff. Here's the spare key. Thanks. Do you find the apartment in order? Everything seems fine, you creepy old man, but I'll know more when we've had a chance to live here a bit longer. Well, just tell me if you need any help fixing anything, an extra anything in there. Was that all? I'm a bit confused as to what to call you. Are you the caretaker or the landlord? The reason I'm asking is because Prosser and Ankovich didn't have you listed as the caretaker. I can see how that would be confusing. My family's owned the house for 4 generations. I rent out the apartments I don't need and try to take care of the estate as best I can, making me both the caretaker of the house and your landlord. It's a very sinister voice I'm giving him for a not sinister conversation at all. He's very weirdly sculpted, eh? Look at that chin. His nose is like non-existent. His nose fell down and is now on his chin. I see. Was there anything else? If I ever need you again, I'll just give you a call, right? Either that or come visit me in my office downstairs. Did you see it yesterday when you arrived? No, I guess I must have been pretty tired. Just ring the doorbell. I both live and work there, so I can pretty much be found there at all times. Do you live in your office? Oh, the office is just the front room. My apartment extends further in. You had me worried there for a second. Why? People live in their offices. I live in my office. Was there anything else? He's like, fuck it, just, can I leave? God. Look at his sweater, I just noticed it. He looks like a Easter egg. Alright. That's all for now. Then I'll head off downstairs. Just give me a call if you need me. Will do. Bye. Bye, Mr. Morton. Alright. We got the key. Let's go check in with Wifey. Can we use the key to pry up the baseboard? Hi, Wifey. Hi, Alicia. God, I forgot about your face. It's so unfortunate. Was that Mr. Morton I heard in the hallway? Just like, ignore what she said to you. What do you think of this note I found? No. He was just here to drop off the keys. Did you get a creepy vibe off him? Can't say I did. He still seems quite nice to me, despite the creepy voice I gave him. Yes, I thought it was creepy. Maybe it was just deep. Did you want anything, my love? What do you think of this note I found? Let me see. Heh. Heh. I think it might be a hoax. Oh, I think it might be a hoax. It sounds too good to be true otherwise. Which note was that? I think that was the one from the actual, like, realtor company. Like something you'd read in a... Oh, or not. That was the crumpled up note that I put back together. He probably left us a present under the floorboards and wanted to rile us up a bit before he found it. You know, anytime there's something in the floorboards, I'm always kind of reminded of... Oh, I should cover this. I'm always kind of reminded of that one poem by, I think, Poe, with the, where they hear the beating of some man's heart. Like, this guy kills this guy. Yeah. He kills this rich guy, I believe it is, and buries him under the floorboards. And then the police show up for a completely unrelated reason, and the guy just loses his shit because he can hear the beating of the dead man's heart, like, in his ears. So he ends up the guy who did the crime just ends up, like, ripping up the floorboards and being like, there's the body, I'm so sorry, please take me to jail, kind of thing. So anyways, anytime anybody talks about, like, something in the floorboards, I always think, like, oh god, it's a dead person or a heart. Nothing good is ever found under the floorboards, unless you've, like, lost your pet down there, I guess. Like a hamster, not like a dog. How did you get down there, Fido? I don't know. I don't fit. He probably left us a oh, I read that already. Doesn't the fact that somebody's tried to destroy the note lend it some credence? Sorry, I really stumbled over that. To destroy the note, lend it some credence? Nah, he probably did that himself to make it seem more mysterious. Haha. I'd die in a horror movie. He seems to have made sure we can read the important parts at least. Either way, I think we should check what's under the floorboards in the bedroom. You do that, honey. I was interested, but now I'm not. I'm gonna go back to running the sink water and staring at it, pretending that the dishes are getting clean. No, I need to talk to you. Turn that off. What, did you want anything, my love? Her nose goes all the way from her forehead. Like, look at that. She's got, like, the entire crease. It's an art style, I know, but it's just a little weird. Look at this note again. Has anything changed? I don't believe you actually told me what you meant, or what you thought of it. Okay, so what was your dream about? You really want to hear it? Yes. It's a bit graphic, considering that you just ate. I've read about pregnancy dreams. I think I can take it. I didn't know that when you were pregnant, you got, like, weird... Sorry. I really itched there. I didn't know that, like, there was a thing like pregnancy dreams. I was not aware of that. Are you studying up on pregnancy? Well, we have all those books. So yeah, probably. Of course. I want to share what you're going through as much as I can. Well, that's nice of him. You just might make a good father after all. Just might. You just might. If you put a... Sorry, I'm really... Get out of my eye! Oh my god. Okay. You just might be a good father. Anyways, just segue from that insult. I dreamt I was on a luxury cruise through the Mediterranean. Oh, that's lovely. It would be hotter than hell. I don't like the heat. I was on the deck in a fold-out chair being served umbrella drinks. Another thing. I would hate this trip. Umbrella drinks are disgusting. You've dreamt that before, haven't you? Oh, you've dreamt that before, haven't you? Yeah, it's a reoccurring dream. It'll haunt me until the day you buy us that luxury cruise. Wow, that's a really nice reoccurring dream. Because usually reoccurring dreams, like, suck. At least in my experience. I always have these reoccurring dreams of, like... It's, like, always a theme. Like, teeth being, like, twisted and falling out of my mouth. It's really gross. I'm sorry, that was really disgusting to share with you guys. That's my reoccurring dream. It's disgusting. Now, like, if I see any movies where, like, somebody's maybe getting a tooth yanked out or something, oh, it freaks me out. I can't do it. I'm fine with the dentist, though, which is odd. Haunt us both, then. Yeah, because he's like, I'm never gonna afford a cruise. He's like me. He's like, I don't want to be where it's hot and there's umbrella drinks. Anyways, I was sipping my drink on the sun deck when I heard the sound of running water. So I looked around for the source when I noticed the water came from me. Oh, it's weird. You dreamt your water broke? Oh, yeah, I guess that is what she's talking about. Those types of problems aren't supposed to show up until menopause. What? What happened then? So I'm sitting there, feeling embarrassed in front of the crew members. I remember trying to cover my lady bits with a towel. Were you like... sorry, I'm trying to picture the position that she would be in for that to even be a problem while laying on a chair. But anyways, we won't linger on that thought. Let's just move on. Let's move on quickly. But by this point, it's gushing out of me, basically. So it's not like the towel is doing any good. That's gross. I'm sorry. I'm sitting there smiling apologetically to the crowd around me when I hear a sound. like a cork popping out of a champagne bottle. Is it the baby? That's graphic. When I look down between my legs, this fully dressed little man shoots out at me and flops down onto the deck. Ew! As some of the people from the crowd help him up, I see who it is, the caretaker from last night. He gets up, brushes the water from his coat, looks at my private parts, and casually says, "That's the most interesting entryway to a date. I'll have to make a note of it in my journal." Oh, that's awful. How disgusting is that to, like, say to somebody if that was real? Like, it would never happen in real life, obviously, but that's just so weird. What an odd thing to say after just being born. Yeah. And does entryway mean that he's going to go back in at some point? Oh, yeah, I guess an entrance, right? You go in and out of an entrance. Oh. He sounds more like a professor than a caretaker. Yeah. Yeah, there was something dryly academic about him. He's just old, Alicia. They're all a bit dry. Ho, ho, ho. Jokes. Sounds like the caretaker made quite an impression on you. Probably not. Like, when you see a face of somebody, that face is, like, added to your mind bank, like your memory bank, so that when you're having dreams, you can just, like, be like, whatever, just put a face on this thing so that I can kind of recognize it in my dream. That's all it is. It's not like, oh, you really left an impression on me, so I'm going to dream about you. Like, that's not... I'm sure we all wish that's how it worked. Sometimes, unless you were, like, a victim, then you wouldn't want it to work that way. But, like, if you're, like, in love with somebody, like, you'd love to be able to, like, just stare at them in a non-creepy way, and then have them occur in your dream. But it usually doesn't happen. Instead, you dream about, like, running away from a dragon, falling off a cliff. Anyways, we'll ask it for the flavor text. I thought he seemed nice last night, but dreaming this... Yeah, I can see how you would be weirded out seeing him again after that. I'll get over it. I just need a little more time. Yeah, fair. Okay, look at this note again, very quickly, in case anything changed. Take a look at this note again. Okay, I'm just going to click through it. We've seen this. I'm sorry. It offered it again. I wanted to know if it changed. Okay, was there anything else to talk to you about? I promise we'll stop talking to her soon. I think I'll go downstairs to see if the moving firm has arrived. You do that, Victor. She's like, whatever, I'm trying to do laundry. Trying to do the dishes, the food laundry. It's all I'm trying to do. Just leave me alone, Victor. You're a grown man. You go do your own thing. I still can't do that. It should say, I still can't pry it up with my bare hands. Anyways. We got the key and baby oil. So let's head out. Let's do that next. We're off to see the wizard. Let's go look at the one that we can't go in first. The stairwell seems to have been sealed off. The music in this game is odd. Judging by the warning tape, it says it's probably hazardous. The stairs? Is there just a chunk missing? Maybe there's no railing put in. Maybe they're reinstalling a railing. Open left apartment door. That wouldn't be very polite. I don't want to upset our new neighbors. That's fair. Ring the doorbell. Just a moment, dear. I'll be right with you. Oh. Yes? Is that a woman? Yep. Hello, ma'am. My name's Victor Neff. My wife and I just moved in across the hall from you. Excuse me. I just thought I'd stop by and introduce myself. Why, hello there, young fellow. I'm Eddie Jones. I'm the resident senior in this house. Do you live here by yourself? I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Not at all. I'm just having a few friends over for bridge, but they're about as fast as glaciers. They won't even notice that I'm gone for a few minutes. Did you say your name's Victor Neff? Like the actor? Like the actor, but he lived a bit before my time, though. But you two must be related, surely, just because they have the last name Neff? No relation, I'm afraid. I've never seen any of his movies either, to be honest. I didn't even know he was an actor, I'm sorry. Victor Neff. Ah, you're missing out then. He had a knack for playing brutes. Ooh. I bet you this is like foreshadowing. He used to be a boxer, see? But then he took up acting. Then I assure you our similarities end with our names. Yeah, Victor probably couldn't like punch a wall and do a dent. He'd probably hurt himself. You seem like a polite young man, unlike the caretaker here. Ooh. Mr. Morton? Mr. Morton? Yeah, that's the one. You don't like him? He doesn't seem to be taking very good care of the house. I'm sorry if I disturbed you, ma'am. I'll leave you in peace now. Rest in peace. What do you know about him? As much as I care to. I've lived here long enough to see him grow up. I knew his father quite well. He was the caretaker prior to little Felix, a wonderful man. I like the name Felix. Unfortunately, the apple fell far from the tree in this case. You don't like him? How could I? He tried to get me evicted as soon as his father died. Aww. Fortunately, I've got connections with the housing board in this town. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm afraid I'm being a bit rude to my guests. A game of bridge between three is, after all, not a game of bridge at all. See you later then, Mrs. Jones. Just call me Edie. Edie? Edie. Sorry, Edie. Everybody does. Bye then, Edie. Goodbye, dear. Farewell. Alright, well, it's always good to know your neighbors, just in case this is a horror game. The door is locked. Examine box. I think this box contains fire equipment. You think? Can you not see in... Oh, I guess it's a steel box. Alright, well... Oh, it's a closet door. Nothing to click on, nothing to click... Alright, let's go downstairs then. Stop fucking around here. Ah, I thought that might happen. I'm sorry to disturb you again, Edie, but what happened to the elevator? The door jams every once in a while. You'd be well advised to keep some sort of grease product handy to use on the hinges, you see. I'd lend you some butter, but I'm afraid I've run out. You guys are just rubbing butter against the elevator door? It's like, ah, fuck, it's jammed again. Just rub some butter against it. Yeah, we'll get you nice and lubed up with this butter here. Yeah. You like that, don't you, elevator? That's okay. I'll probably be able to find something. Yeah, I have baby oil. Oh, she's back. I can talk to her again. Well, what did you expect from a house built on an Indian burial ground? Ah, it's going to be one of these stories. I hate these stories. What? I'm just joshing you, son. Yeah. See, that's not a thing. Like, there weren't burial grounds. Like, my understanding of Aboriginal sort of culture is that most groups were nomadic, so they moved around a lot. So there would be no point in having a burial ground, because like you'd have to have like a specific place to bury your dead means that you live in one spot so that you can bury your dead there, right? But if you're nomadic and you're moving around the freaking country all the time because you move with the seasons as as hunter-gatherer, or like even just in groups, like you move with the seasons. Like they didn't have like heating, like not heating, like they didn't have permanent buildings, you know? Like, the whole point of sort of the teepee, and I know that, like, different First Nations groups lived different styles, but, like, generally, if we say First Nations, we think of the teepee, right? The teepee was specifically designed so you could take it down and take it with you, right? Like, they didn't have horses either, so for a really long time. They had dogs, which they used for pulling things. But, like, we didn't have horses in North America for an extremely long period of time. They were brought over by European settlers. Because the horse species that lived here, for me here, in North America, just died off with one of the glacial events. But anyways, yeah, so, like, there's no... Like, to have a burial ground is ridiculous, but Hollywood loves to do it. And I guess this person's watched movies, so they're like, ha ha ha, burial grounds. Yeah. Anytime you see, like, a movie where it's like, we happen to be living on an Indian burial ground, or Aboriginal burial ground, First Nations burial ground. It's like, no, fuck you. No, we aren't. This is just a place. Anyways. So stupid. I hate it when that cliche comes up. Anyways, it's founded on bedrock, sturdy as can be. You can't bury someone here unless they've gotten run over by a steamroller. We've asked all the other ones. I'm sorry if I disturbed you, ma'am. I'll leave you in peace now. See you later, Edie. Goodbye, dear. Okay, we have baby oil. Baby oil is surprisingly versatile. Yeah. How do I... Right, I have to hold. Oh, thank you for looping me up. I'm ready to go now. Can't go to the basement. We're on number 2, so let's go to number 3. The art style is really cool in this game. Take the mop. Can't take the mop. Does this closet door open? No. Does this box open? No. Ring the doorbell. Meet the neighbors. Ring the doorbell. Let me in! I want to say hello! Fine. Game's like, go to the first floor. No. I'm gonna ring this. Alright, fine. The game's like, please go to the first floor. I'm like, no! I wanna meet the neighbors. Be a good neighbor. Alright. First floor. Staircase still closed. That must be the caretaker's room. I was saying this about the music earlier. The music's very weird. Like, it's nice. It's really... the music's really pleasant. It's creepy, though, right? Like, that whispering. That's very creepy sounding. Ooh, we are running overtime a little bit. Why don't we stop here? Actually, we'll examine the mailbox and then we'll stop. Mr. Willard. S. Theed. Oh, Edie Jones. This is us then. It says T. Brittle, but I think it's ours now. This is ours now. Morton Estates. Okay. Excuse me. I've unlocked the letterbox. There's nothing in the letterbox. Okay. Now we'll leave it here. Because I think the next thing to interact with... Looks like an old ventilation grate. Yeah. I did figure out how to move. Okay, so this is the next thing to do, and the movers are here with our sofa. Sorry, I have to stretch. Oh. So we're going to end there. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to double tap the like and subscribe buttons to keep the zombies away. And until next time, stay happy, my friends. Farewell.